Luke, take over. Yeah, take over. Yeah.
This V is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. V is ban. Is it? What is that song?
A-N-A-N-A-N.
Just a
Time's
song.
been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. Cause I
Ain't no holla back girl, holla back girl. That's it.
God.
There's three songs that are just interchangeable in my head. Milkshake brings the boys to the yard, holla back, and the other one.
Man, when I found out that
they're just all the same genre of song in my head.
when I found out that the milkshake song wasn't talking about actual milkshakes, mind blown.
Wait, it's not?
Mind blown.
What's the double entendre? My milkshake brings the boys to the yard.
Oh, it's not about. Oh, maybe it is about. I thought it was about like the titties.
Oh, it might be. That's a stretch.
Is it?
I mean, it probably is.
Oh. Now I've just grown up and I've just become dirty-minded. Maybe it is about milkshakes. Oh, is it
No,
about
you're right.
milkshakes?
It probably is some kind of weird.
I just thought it was
Can you look
sexually
up?
alluding
That's
Probably
to.
not doing that.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
No, you're probably right.
Oh my god! I'm going to be the biggest creep ever.
I don't
if I'm
think
wrong.
she's talking about like a Blue Heaven milkshake and
Well,
a
that's
bunch
what
of boys being like, "Oi, boys, she's got the Nesquik." Like,
Oh, Big M, let's go, Chucky Milk.
I feel like she probably is talking about.
I just
her.
thought it was.
Maybe milkshake could be like,
I thought it was like the titties.
A
Like,
euphemism
my
for-
milkshake brings other boys to the yard.
or
You know?
like she's twerking her butt, so it's like a milk, like her. She's calling her butt the milk, and then like she shakes it. I don't know.
I think isn't it in the music video though that they're like,
The fact that you think
Heavily
I'm
filming.
watching the music video for that song is crazy.
why?
Like I know, I
It's
remember the
fascinating.
song.
It's so fascinating.
Apparently, it's about a girl's sensual energy which makes her stand out from the other girls.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just-
definitely like a sexualized like
Maybe.
yeah.
I don't know. It's so gross, like referring to your titty milk as a milkshake.
Oh, I know. That's
Like there's a reason why that's not a flavor. Well, it is, but we don't drink it after we're like a baby.
well, Luke, I'm sure there's some people out there.
I'm sure
who
there's
are-
always those videos on TikTok like, this is Timmy. He's 14 years old and he sucks titties.
and the mom's like, I'm starting to wean him off. And they're like, Sandra, your son is 15 years old. She's like, I know. I've told him when he gets to 18, you're going to have to be sucking them titties one week at a time.
But if they're really southern, like he's 36, he's an accountant, and he can't go to a day without his titty milk.
Yeah, the people in those videos are always like from the southern parts of America.
Anyway.
No, but the other one, this my shit. My mum and sister told me for ages that it was, that's my ship. And so I always thought that they were talking about a spaceship in that song.
I would love to know people's misheard lyrics that they went their whole life thinking some song said something, but then they found out like way later on. And it's always in conversation with friends or like when you're singing it in the car with someone and someone goes, "What did you say?" And you're like, "What? Is that not the lyric?"
And it's like the worst thing ever when you see their blank face and you're like, oh no, like what I just did with the titty milk. I'm like, oh no, maybe I'm wrong.
Do you remember early days of YouTube? And only people probably my age and maybe a little bit below would remember this. Misheard lyric videos were such a popular genre.
So good.
I remember the Fall Out Boy one of
bad lip syncing, by the
This
way.
Ain't a Scene or Thanks for the Memories. Now I always think of it whenever I hear the song. There's a line in the song that's like, I only think in the form of new numbers. But in the thing it said, in the form of crunchy nut. And then it showed the cereal box.
That's good.
And now whenever I hear that song, I just think of Crunchy Nut, the cereal, which I think has been discontinued. I don't
No, it hasn't. Crunchy Nut is still
You
kicking.
can buy Crunchy Nut?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Crunchy Nut is still a
I haven't
thing.
seen Crunchy Nut in a while.
Because I always think that I want it. I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, oh, I love Crunchy Nut. And then I have one bowl of it and I'm like, I'm done.
Crunchy Nut's just what I call my old wank tissues.
Oh, Luke,
Sorry, everyone. The joke was right there. It was just right. It was such an easy, it was a little giggle to
not
finish
even
off your week.
10 minutes into the podcast.
I know, but it's not, I don't even have like old wank tissues, but it just felt like it was, I was like, there's a joke here. Crunchy
You're
Nut.
like, I only keep the new ones, okay?
I don't
As
have,
soon as they get crunchy, that's when I throw them out.
yeah, no, I don't have like a museum of like, oh, this is my top 4 wanks.
Oh man.
No, but sorry.
Why?
I just get tempted. Like it's the comedian in me. For some reason, like I know
zangin'.
I should be above that, but I just love like it's like when you walk past someone's backyard and there is low hanging fruit and you want to grab it. It's that.
easy.
It's easy.
Easy.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
And then you don't never eat the fruit. You just throw it at someone and they go, "Oh, why'd you do that?"
Well, my mum eats the fruit.
Your mum picks
Yeah,
strangers' fruit?
she steals fruit. She's one of those people that with like she sees an orchard in the middle of nowhere, right? She'll jump the fence and then take the apples, and then I'll go, "Mum, that's stealing. Those aren't your apples." And she'll go, "I don't see anyone around. I see some trees. Must be free apples." And I'm like, that's not how that works.
That's like rolling into like a bank at night and being like, "Well,
there's no one here.
no one around.
Must be my money." It's fucking wild.
That wouldn't hold up in court. But Your Honor, I couldn't see anybody.
No one was around. The apples were just there. They were tempting me. How dare they? They were looking provocative and everything. Anyway, okay, well, let's spin the wheel because people got really frustrated last time that we spent half an hour without spinning the wheel. Luke, what are you hoping for?
Biggest shows I've ever done in my hometown this weekend, so definitely a turn up.
I am also looking for a turn up.
Yep, I'm doing the Athenaeum Theatre,
Which is
which
crazy.
is very cool because I've seen other comedians do shows in there, like some of my favorite comedians, over the years. I remember I saw, who did I have seen? Oh yeah, well, one of the first ever comedy festival shows I saw Dave Hughes there.
Really?
The third ever show I ever saw during that comedy festival.
I remember.
Saw Chris D'Elia there. And then saw one of my friends open for Chris, which was cool, like Khaled. And I remember being like, dude, that's so cool. Imagine if I ever got to like open for someone here.
Well, it was just 3 years ago that we were sitting watching Alex Williams' show.
Alex Williamson's
Yep. Show. And
God, hasn't he
you
done
were
well since then?
I mean, not the best person to bring up, but I'm just saying what show we saw, and we're like, wow, like how cool would it be if one day we got to do this? And you were like, yeah.
No, it is. It's such a prestigious venue. I know
It
what you
is.
mean.
It's big. It was really big, and it's weird that.
And now I'm doing 7 shows.
I know.
They've all sold out pretty much. I think there's like 5 single seats left to one of them.
Yeah, which is really annoying.
Get your tickets.
Yeah. If you want to sit away from each other, come to the show.
If you like doing a Jason Derulo out in public, come on down, riding solo.
Riding solo. Yeah. All right, ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to big spin. Big spin. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Damn, that
we need
literally
to turn
moved.
up.
I almost yeeted the wheel. Please
Let's
turn up.
go.
Please turn up. Please turn up. Yes,
Let's
it's a turn
go.
up. Oh my gosh.
It's going to be a big weekend, Melbourne. I'm
Yes, it
excited.
Yep, I'm very excited. It's going to be awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, this one I'm like super pumped about. Like, I'm very grateful we get to do all these amazing theaters and stuff all the time. But when you have like a personal connection to it, it was one of the ones where I always thought when I started, I was like, that would be cool to do the Athenaeum.
One day.
Yeah.
And it was actually quite soon after that, which is
Yes.
exciting.
And the other ones I want to do, I'm excited to do the Enmore, but I've never been there though. That's the thing. I've just heard about the Enmore. I've never actually seen a show there because that's in Sydney. And I really want to do the Palais in Melbourne and Hamer Hall. That'd be cool.
Oh, Hamer Hall would be really cool.
But the Palais is just like such a beautiful.
Yeah, Palais.
like, I don't know. It's cool.
That's
It's the one that's next to Luna Park.
Yeah, but it'll be a good weekend. I'm excited for it. I'm wearing a dress currently, Luke.
I know. I like it.
Thank you.
You look very beautiful.
Thank you so much. It kind of reminds me of something that a music teacher would wear back in
That's
primary
why I was so turned on.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh god.
miss, can I stay in at recess?
Yes, if you're of legal age, and you are, so that's good.
Oh, fuck you, miss.
Yeah. And I put it on and I was like, oh my God, it's such a pretty dress. And then I looked down and my legs are literally just black and red with bruises.
I just want to put my hands up and say I have a sweet alibi.
Yep.
I was playing Fortnite and I was with Reese all of yesterday.
He actually was.
So
It
let's
was
just make
not-
that very clear.
It was not due to Luke. The bruising that I have all over my body is not because of Luke. It is because I lifted 80 boxes yesterday of our new shipment of hoodies that finally came in. Let's go. More hoodies. And I lifted the 80 boxes 3 times. So what's 80 times 3?
160, 240.
240 times.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and you and Mum were doing it.
Yeah.
And then Dad goes, where are all the? Because I employ 7 males, and 2 females on the team, right?
Yeah.
And well, since Phoebe's gone, so 2 females now.
Yeah.
And Dad's like, where are all the guys? And we're like, Dad, we'll do a man's work. All right, we were video editing, we were photoshopping, we were making memes. All right,
then
we were doing hard manual labor on the keyboard yesterday, so we
Yeah.
just couldn't help.
And then your dad said, wow, Meg's really leading the charge in the feminism community. And I was like, thank you.
You are.
Yes, I am.
Meg watched the Barbie movie and then lifted 240 boxes.
Yeah. I was like, I am empowered to be a Barbie of
Yeah.
the new generation.
And I paid you an equal amount as you did it.
Yeah, you did.
We've
Let's
solved
go.
it.
We've solved it. Luke and Meg back on. But yes, our hoodies are in. So if you haven't been able to cop one, then get online and cop that shit.
They're so
because
sick.
They will go very quickly.
They keep
again.
selling out. We can't keep up with
Yeah.
demand. We keep selling out at shows. I haven't even promoted online any of the tour merch because it just sells out at all the shows. I feel like
Yeah.
some people who, like overseas people, wouldn't even really know that we had new merch, but it's been
It's been out.
crazy amounts.
Yeah.
We've ordered like
had
thousands of them as well, and they just keep.
hits going out the
I
door.
appreciate that.
Yeah, which is awesome. That's exactly what we wanted. But yeah, people just can't get on top of it.
People
Can't
are
get
so
enough of
weird.
them.
Like they would keep replying to my stories like, hey, I own that jumper. And then like going, oh, wait. Like if I'm wearing the merch, they'll be like, what the hell? Oh,
Oh yeah, I got that at your show because it's your merchandise. Anyway, we have a new obsession. And I think I come in pretty much every week going, so we have a new obsession.
well, I had one note written down in my phone for this week's episode. And all it said was, holy fuck, I think I'm down bad for country music.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was only a few weeks ago that I was trashing country music and I likened it to seafood. And I said, yeah, it's all right. Some of it's good, but you got to treat it like a buffet, which is still somewhat true. Like seafood, you pick and choose. You're like, that's gross. But like calamari, nom, nom, nom.
All of my friends.
And Luke Coombs is currently my calamari.
Oh, no, don't call him the calamari.
Why? He's mainstream. He's fun. And it's good.
My friends are going to be so blown away by this because I have always been a staunch country hater. Like so hard. So hard. It's
Same.
been like the one genre of music that I was never able to get into. I despised thoroughly.
The only thing that I remotely dabbled in, and not remotely, as in when I say remotely dabbled,
Fucked
fucked
with
with it incredibly hard,
Yeah.
is Lee Kernaghan,
Oh, Lee.
Australian country. Like
Yeah.
something about just when you're at this old weird pub in the middle of the country and then Slim Dusty comes on, like there's just something about that.
But yeah, I reckon my friends are going to be so surprised. Like, because I even did a short film once, which was based entirely off my hatred for country music, where in this short film, I die and I go to hell. And my version of hell was listening to country music on repeat forever. So like when I say I was like staunchly against it, I was so against it. But then a song called Last Night came up.
Last night
We let the liquor talk. And
now
now I'm obsessed with singing all songs in that accent.
yeah.
It's
Ain't
so
no
good.
holla back girl.
They ain't no holla back,
That's my
girl.
shit.
Oh, yeah, that's my shit.
That's the thing. I'm definitely surface level country fan.
Mm.
And for the moment, I'd like to stay that way.
I feel like I want to apologize as well I used to do some work for V8 supercar drivers, and one of the drivers, I was like treating him before. Oh, sorry, I was a remedial therapist, so I was like, I would help out with getting them physically ready. And one of the drivers, his whole routine and what he would play while he was driving was, is it Country Road? Take me home, country road.
John Denver.
Yeah. So I was giving him shit for listening to country music.
That song goes so hard though.
I was like that. I can kind of get with that song. I was like, yeah, I get it. I get why that song's popular and stuff. But I was just so staunchly against country music that I was like, you've got a shit routine. And he was like so against me. He was like, what the fuck? How do you not like country music? I just want to apologize because if I was driving a V8 supercar now, I would probably play country music in the car now to get me pumped up for it.
There's something about the simplicity of a grown man just listing things that they like. Like just like, you know, what's the chicken fried one? It's so funny. Like,
and a little
cold
bit
beer
of
on a
chicken
Friday
fried.
night.
Cold
Everything's gonna be all right with the radio on. They just list stuff like freedom.
See the love
that
in
fit
my
right?
woman.
Jeans that, a pair of jeans will fit just
Just right.
right. And like,
See
it's,
the woman, love in my woman's eyes.
And it's-
Feel the touch of a precious child, which I think is probably the creepiest lyric ever.
it's
but
not creepy.
It's a bit creepy.
He's talking about,
Mate, if he ever
like-
came out as a pedophile, that is like, oh, it makes sense.
yeah, of course.
Makes
But
sense now.
one of those lyrics
out.
where you can't put that in a song if you know you're a pedophile. You have to rewrite that one.
Yeah, you'd have to rewrite it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It'd be like, okay, that's a little bit sus, isn't it?
But yeah, it's just so like, and it's so funny in my head that like, I always just been fascinated at the fan base of country music because you see these like, you know, the Zach Brown band, Luke Combs, and all these people doing like arenas, right? They're doing these massive shows, particularly in like Nashville and all around America and the world, right? And he's coming to Australia and doing arenas. And it's just so funny that like, I realize of course I am. Like I'm part of that percentage of the population, the 80%, which is dumb as fuck, where he just goes, pair of jeans will fit just right. And I look down and go, oh, my jeans fit good too.
You're like, I like the feeling of a good fitting jeans. Yeah.
Oh, Friday beers do go well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than a Wednesday beer.
I like fried chicken on a
Yeah.
Friday night. That's pretty good.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit chicken fried, that's all right.
Yeah.
And last night we let the liquor talk. I'm like, oh, I do say dumb things when I'm drunk.
Yeah. We have been known to quarrel. There have been some quarrels when we're fucking plastered. Yeah.
When it rains, it pours. Well, sometimes it does rain heavy. Yeah. So, sometimes, like, even hails sometimes. It's quite relatable music, is what
It
I'm
is
saying.
quite relatable music.
During our country discovery, because we'd been doing a lot of driving on this tour, we stumbled across.
I haven't listened to any of this though.
We've stumbled across a playlist called Funny Dirty Country Music because Vibu suggested a song that he knew called Dick Down in Dallas, which he quoted as one of his favorite country tracks. And I discovered a few of my favorite new country songs. Again, just so relatable, right? You relate to everything in the song. One song was called Drinking Beer and Eating Pussy. And I was like, oh my God.
I like beer and I like pussy.
Then I drove my face between her thighs.
Okay, that's so gross. Hang on.
Cause drinking beer and eating pussy makes me happy.
Drinking beer and eating pussy makes me happy. It's like Simple Jack. Drinking beer and eating pussy makes me happy. Dude, it's so just...
Cause drinking beer and eating pussy makes me happy.
And my other favorite tracks. I've never seen Reese laugh so hard in my entire
Funniest thing I've
life.
ever.
There was a song called Wookie Pussy. And by the way, I'm not condoning the lyrics of these songs, by the way. quite misogynistic, but just finding out and discovering in the car that these exist and are real songs is mind-blowing.
That's insane.
It's by an artist called Whiskey Dick.
But all I could see was her. She had a Wookiee pussy. Woolly Wookiee pussy.
You ready for the best part? Dude, that went so hard on the way home from Warrnambool the other day. Wookiee pussy. They're just so like the guys who write these songs
shit.
are just honestly the dumbest
my
people
God.
alive. Titties beer. Better Off Beaten Off was a cracker.
Better off, okay.
Finger up my butt.
But I'm not gay, I swear.
Oh, this one
I
tracks.
love that one.
Fightin' fucking fartin' was good.
Fine fucking farting. That is, wow.
It just goes
Rhymes
on.
with truck.
Oh yeah, Rhymes with Truck was a great track. It's just a song of
Trucks?
the stuff that rhyme with trucks.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is like all the genre is.
It's just rhyming things with truck.
What are the lyrics, Reese?
So it goes, do you want to do something that rhymes with truck? Do you want to do something that rhymes with duck? You want to do something that rhymes with my best friend? His name is Chuck. Do you want to do something that
Wow,
rhymes with
this
truck?
is so subtle.
Do you want to sit on something that rhymes with stick? Do you want to sit on something that rhymes with brick? Do you want to sit on something that rhymes with my old horse? His name is Flick.
This is fucking wild. How does this exist?
Yeah. But no, I have been actually enjoying like actual country music. This was just another weird thing we stumbled across, that there's this subgenre of like
Which I guess
gross
is
songs.
in every, but that's in every genre.
I
of
guess. I
music.
feel like it's rampant in country though. Who would have thought that
it's pretty rampant. In
people
country.
who enjoy country music also might suck? Whoa. What a crazy conclusion to draw. But no, some of it
man.
goes so hard.
Yeah, some of it's been absolutely slapping, and I've been for it.
I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like I need to try and wean myself up. You know what I'm really worried about is there's only like 3 or 4 months to go until Spotify Rap comes out, and I'm terrified that my number one artist of the year is going to be Luke Combs. And I'm not terrified because nothing wrong with that. I'm just terrified because I'm insecure about what other people will think about my music taste when I put it on my story.
My music taste is really bipolar this year. Like weird as fuck. Like so strange. You could not get more genres but played at the same time.
You are just not like the other girls.
I'm not like the other girls because like my music taste is really different and unique. And
The Spotify Rap thing every year is so funny because it makes people feel like they're unique. They're like, you listen to alternative, moody, abstract, colorful rock. And they're like, that is so me.
oh my God, that just describes me so well.
Yeah.
That is me.
My one won't be weird at all. My one will be like just pop punk again for the 7th or however long I've had Spotify. It'll be Blink-182, Luke Combs, and it's always just like Post Malone or something because they're one of those artists where you just don't even realize how much of that artist you really consume.
Well, it's one of those artists that you can just keep playing.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, oh yeah, you
Got
can
some
just
slammers.
listen to it all the time and not get over it.
Anyway, we need to move on because now watch the retention of the
Yes.
pod just slip after that. The
gonna
mention of country music is how you put off 80% of your audience. Let's get them back.
Should I say, let's get them back.
What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, would you like me to go on to the thing that's fake about my body?
Yes, that's what I was gonna bring up.
The really embarrassing moment that I had with someone else in the industry.
Didn't you leave people on a cliffhanger last week about
did,
that? Yeah,
yeah.
well, we need to get to it.
I did. So it's not my titties, guys. It's not.
So for those who didn't listen to last week's, Meg said there's one thing fake about my body and you guys can guess what it is, which is a wild thing to say.
It's crazy.
I would never let people guess about, I wouldn't want to know what part of my body people would think is fake if they had to.
Yeah.
My tits.
It's definitely your tits. No, it's my teeth. So my front 6 teeth are actually something called composite bonding, which is basically where they like mesh stuff around my natural teeth. So it's not like veneers where they shave them down. I keep my natural teeth. They just put this like stuff and they build a tooth over the top of it so it makes it straight. Because my teeth used to go kind of like wonky and I didn't think I was going to have time to wear braces because I was like, if I want to get into different musical theatre schools and stuff, I don't want to have braces. So I'll just get them fixed like this and then later down the track I can do it. Anyway, you know those so I got them on and this is a big thing because it's very, very expensive procedure and I got it back when I was like 19, when like 2 weeks after we had met. So you'd only seen me with my natural teeth like not that long for like 2 weeks, which is barely anything. You don't even remember
difference.
Yeah, you wouldn't remember the difference. And then took us like 3 or 4 hours to get them done. So massive, like long day. And finally he shows me the teeth, like my end product. And I'm like, oh no, I fucking hate them.
What's wrong with your teeth?
I hate them so much. They are so big and they don't look natural at all.
I'll be honest, when you said it the other week that you're getting your old teeth back, I forgot that you had it done and I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? They're your teeth.
Well, this is the issue.
Now you're talking about your baby teeth or something. I was like, what? How? They're falling out already. You've already got 50 cents from the tooth fairy. Move on.
I want to go more. No, but now the difference, I was looking at old photos of myself the other day and the difference is going to be big. And basically what I'm hoping to do is get them taken off. So they'll like take the composite bonding off. And I'm hoping to then put braces over the top. So I'll have braces for maybe like, 3 or 4 months. And then I'll have my like natural teeth back. Whether that's like a possibility, I'm not sure yet. But I've got like the appointment booked in for next week and I'm so nervous.
I'm so excited for your braces era.
I know. I don't know how I'm gonna go
I can
with
bully
this.
you. I can steal your lunch money. I can give you wedgies. Oh man, you're gonna look like such a dweeb.
I'm gonna look like such a dweeb, especially when I wear my glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so nervous. But yeah, it's gonna be really weird because my old teeth are very different to what they look like now.
Journaling, call it Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's never been done.
That's a great title, Luke. Yeah, I might create multiple books and multiple movies off that.
Thank you. Yep. I'm a genius. See, my teeth were, this is how middle class we were. They weren't bad. Like they were like, oh, look, if you could afford it, like, yeah, I guess you could get braces, like, and that would fix Luke's teeth. But it's not necessary and he'll be fine and he'll always just look. And that, like the words that we use, like he'll look natural and he'll look, like normal and real. And then and now I have supernatural real teeth courtesy of my British ancestors.
But I actually don't mind. I like your teeth. I think they do look natural. That's what I want back.
Like people always say like, people say cruel things online to like girls and stuff like that. Yeah. Which obviously happens.
All the time.
And as a guy, you don't really cop it. One of the only things I cop, like what I would consider just like weird, I don't really consider it mean, I don't care. I just think it's like weird and totally unnecessary is I get a lot of messages from dudes and a few girls telling me to like whiten my teeth and like that my teeth are fucking disgusting and they're sick of looking at them and they're yellow and... But I just always thought that's so weird, like, because that's not my worst feature.
What do you mean?
I don't think my teeth are like my biggest problem, like physically. I don't really like have many, but. Also, have you been making burner accounts? Jumping in my DMs, like
fix your fucking teeth.
I don't know, like I just feel like I have a pretty normal, boring haircut. There's like, my point is, if you're gonna roast me, like, there's other things to roast me about for sure.
I don't think there are.
Definitely not my eyes. They are so good.
Yeah, your eyes are, your ears are perfect as well.
Ears?
Your face shape is good as well. You got a jaw.
All right, okay. Now I'm getting hard. Stop.
No. Jesus Christ, pumping him up. I don't think your teeth are bad, but I do think it's probably the only part that people could pick apart. There's nothing
maybe.
else. I don't
It's
think there's anything else.
Because I guess I don't really see myself often. So something I don't think about.
Yeah.
Teeth is not a thing I think about. But then I've seen like a fair few comments like that. And I'm always like, oh, like for example, I have a lazy eye. And that
You do?
that is more fun to mock someone for.
I don't think you do.
Oi, my eyes are up here. That's good stuff.
Which eye is lazy?
May I show you my current Facebook profile picture? People have just discovered that I have a lazy eye, and I've had it this whole time. And it's like, dude, this one's fine, and this one's like collecting unemployment. One's on the dole.
I don't think that's a lazy eye. Why is that a lazy eye?
This eye,
What's wrong with it?
it's gone on a journey with Frodo to Mordor.
You're
It's
just
nowhere
looking-
near the other one.
You're just looking in a direction.
But one eye's looking directly straight,
No,
and
it's
one eye
not.
is falling out of my face.
One eye is looking, you're like looking like to the side. You are absolutely clearly looking to the side, and your other eye has just followed it-ish.
Oh, no.
It's a little bit laggy. It is a little bit on a lag, but it's not that noticeable.
Dude, want to lag. That eye's running on fucking dial-up, dude.
You're making
It's
it sound
buffering.
like you're that big weird fluffy alien thing from Monsters vs Aliens.
haven't
You know,
seen
like
it.
the big caterpillar
I
thing.
haven't seen
that
it.
turns in.
Oh, like I said, I haven't seen it, and you're like, cool, I'll continue to describe the niche reference.
Yeah, but if anyone else has seen it, they'll be like, that's I know
Yeah,
that
true.
thing.
Sorry. I'm not the only one who listens to this pod.
Maybe after today.
It might be after the country music chat.
Yeah, after the country music chat, potentially. Yeah, that's getting my
Well,
old
good
teeth
luck.
back, I
And
think.
what was the other thing?
Okay. So I fucking hate myself. I keep getting into really awkward situations because of my brain. So we were at the airport going to Tassie, and we bumped into the guys from Swag on the Beat.
Yep. So they're Australian content creators. They're just been touring a live show, which we went to. It was very funny. They were great. And yeah, I know them. Like I've done a few sketches before with them. Oh no, just like one. And then I gig with Sam a fair bit, and I've seen Jack and Isaac around.
So I was wearing a Mr. Beast jumper, which has Mr. Beast written like in bright blue on the jumper. So that's why you know that it's a Mr. Beast jumper.
Yep.
And Jack, one of the guys, was introducing himself. I was like, oh, hey, like, nice to meet you. And he goes, oh my God, I love Mr. Beast too. And then I go, where do we? I fucking love Mr. Beast. We're going to be the best of friends. And then he looked at me and I was like, I don't know why I did that. And I just walked away.
Why would you say that to
I
like
don't
someone you've
know.
never met?
Never met this guy in my life. And I pull out the,
It was also like 8 a.m.
It was 8 a.m. and it was too early for that shit. I haven't had a coffee, and I pull out the Fortnite chat.
No, I think it was 7:30 a.m. It was like early.
It was early because our flight was at 8.
Oh, true. It must have been like 7 a.m.
It was really early. Too early to be saying stuff like that
You're doing bits at the airport to strangers.
to strangers.
But
someone
also
I've
not
never
strangers,
met.
like people that I guess I've worked with. So you
Yes.
know that
I know who they are, and I know that
we
you.
watched their show together.
Yes, I went to see their show. I didn't even say, "Hey, by the way, great show."
That
went
would
to
have
see
been-
it. That would have been completely acceptable. Instead, I went, "Literally, I love Mr. Beast too. We're gonna be the best of friends." What? Who says that?
It was famous for like, really? We're fucking not.
Why does my
Nah, but honestly, those guys are pretty weird and funny. They would probably like walk away going, that was funny. I would. If someone else's girlfriend who I, like say if I knew someone and then their girlfriend said that to me, I'd be like, that was weird, but pretty funny. I think it's a good bit, but maybe I'm also broken.
I think you're broken.
No, they're pretty weird.
Oh, they're weird, but Luke, it's not that weird.
I don't know. They're
You
such
know.
lovely guys that I don't think they would have thought anything of it. They are genuinely probably 3 of the nicest people I've met in the industry.
They are
in a
lovely.
while.
They
They're
are so
lovely.
nice. So nice. I just am like, why do I keep doing this to people that I don't know?
Yeah, you do stop that. But also don't. I think it's funny. Having no filter.
Definitely needed a filter on that one.
I mean, I'm just as bad. Like with the I told the story on BLT already, but I'm shocking. Like when we met Laserbeam, who's like one of the biggest Australian YouTubers, I think. Like he has like 16 or 18 million subscribers or something, right? People know he's literally been in Mr. Beast videos.
Well, I've seen him in all of the Mr. Beast videos.
Yeah.
We're gonna be the best of friends.
And when I met him, I genuinely have his Fortnite skin. And the first thing I said to him, and I know he knows who I am because he follows me on TikTok and he likes some of my videos, right? So I was like, okay, he's familiar with my work. Obviously, I know him. So I met him at this thing and he came up to me. He was like, hey, man, really like, you guys are funny. It was Blake and I. And we're like, oh, cool, thanks, man. And instead of just being normal and being like, you too, or whatever, like big fan, I was just like, I was literally playing with your Fortnite skin last night with my friend Tyler.
That is okay.
And then,
well, that's the same thing. Literally, I was playing with the Fortnite skin the other night, and I love you so much.
I think I might have caught some of your autism.
Scientists are gonna rock up at our door. Yeah, scientists are gonna rock up at our door tomorrow and be like, "Man, we've seen the." I don't know why they're from Texas, but it's fine. Everything's better in a Texan accent. They're gonna be like, "Man, we saw your podcast last night, and we think that this is a potential for an epidemic here." Yeah. Autism is contagious.
This is the whole population of people like, really? I checked the train schedule this morning and anyway, but then but he thought it was, you know what, he kind of was just like, oh, cool. Okay. Like I think he thought, and then Tyler pointed out when I told him the next day, he was like, dude, he probably thought you were mocking him. Like, cause you're a 27-year-old dude being like, yeah, I played with your Fortnite skin last night. And I was like, I wasn't mocking him. I was legitimately playing with his Fortnite skin. But I understand now, in from his perspective, he meets this comedian that he doesn't know very well. And he probably just thinks I'm taking the piss out of him immediately.
Like, cool, man. I played with your Fortnite skin. And that's all you're good for. Like, no, we literally love you.
Yes, I also have a lot of respect. I think he's really funny. He's a great YouTuber. I think he's great. Anyway, he was a lovely guy too. And then I did the same thing 3 hours later, pretty much on the same night. There was another YouTuber at this event called I Did a Thing.
Yeah.
And he makes like YouTube videos where he like kind of does experiments and like, and I saw this video where he was like, can I make a jetpack out of water pressure guns? Like
my nephew watches him.
Right. Yeah. And so I was pissing and I was like to Blake earlier in the night. I was like, oh, that's water pressure guy. But I forgot what his YouTube name was because it's not his actual name. It's like.
So you just said it by. So
so I've been calling him water pressure guy like a few times. I'm like, because Blake was like to me, who's that guy? Is he like a YouTuber? I recognize him. And I was like, yeah, that's water pressure guy. But because his name's I Did a Thing, I was like, he's thing. And I was like, and I was like,
he did a thing.
Because I don't know what his actual name is. He doesn't go by his actual name online. So I was like, I don't know his name, but he's water pressure guy. And then I got pretty pissed by this point of the night. We're at this bar and I'm pissing. And then he walks in and I just go, oh my God, it's water pressure guy. And then I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
That's the equivalent of people going, oh my God, it's the you don't own me guy.
Of course. No, but at least like I'm referencing like the most recent video he did.
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, huh? And I was like, I saw the water pressure video. He was like, oh, cool. Thanks, man. And he had no idea who I was. And I just started going, yeah, like, psh.
No, Luke. I actually think autism might be contagious. That's way worse.
But Blake like saved it. He was like, sorry about Blake like made him laugh. Blake's like, sorry about my son or something. And then Blake, I forgot what he did, but he made some like gag that like he crushed in the toilets between everyone who was in there. And it kind of got me out of it. And I will now never approach anyone ever again.
I think we have to ban each other from YouTuber / content creator events because I feel like we're just gonna get into an endless cycle of weirding people out.
I'm looking back on it now in my history, and I don't want to like I don't know how to say this. I guess I'm about to name drop a whole heap of names, but I don't want to do that. But I just want to make the point is I have come to think of it, a terrible history running into celebrities or like people of note.
Same.
Think about it.
I
Amy Shark, right? I threw up in her dressing room.
Yeah, after you
After
stole
I'd
her
already-
vodka.
After I stole her vodka.
Yeah.
That was my
You
bad.
stole her vodka, you drank it in the dressing room, and then you proceeded to immediately throw up and then run out of the dressing room so that she didn't know who it
To be
was.
fair, I didn't steal it. I had a swig because my friend dared me to.
Was it your vodka?
I didn't. There was nobody watching. There was nobody around.
Janet would say, yes. Yes, it is your vodka then.
No, that was a kind of different story because anyway, and then I have a bit about my first special, Kesha. I bumped into her in the hallway and then kind of like knocked her over, which was like bad.
Yep.
And that was like one of the first celebrity encounters I ever had. Arnold, I got punched in the chest by a security guard. Maybe I'm the problem.
I think you are the problem.
Yep.
Yeah. I just have a habit of, just saying things that come immediately to my mind. And am I going to fix this problem? No, I'm not. I just probably won't put my self in as many situations.
That's probably a good call.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You know what we never discussed, and we said on Patreon that we would discuss it. It's kind of over now. We never discussed Barbie and Oppenheimer in that week where it was relevant and interesting.
Oh, yeah, right. Like we tend to do that.
Yeah, there was like 4 days. Oh, we had a busy ep last week. We had the DNA test results. We had a lot on.
There was stuff going on.
Now that we're in that bracket of where the period where everyone's sick of it and it's not fun anymore.
Now we bring it up.
Let's just say they were good. It was probably the second best movie I've ever seen made by a toy company. It was also the second movie
I
I've
thought
ever
you were
seen
talking about Oppenheimer, and I was like,
made.
what?
It was probably the second movie I've ever seen made by a toy company on Earth. Transformers is technically made by a toy company.
Is it?
Or no, then they made toys. What came first?
What?
The show or the toys?
The show.
Okay. Never mind.
Didn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I did like the Lego movie better.
Better than Barbie?
Yeah. Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Although I'm just
Everything
Ken
is
slapped.
awesome.
Equally good soundtrack.
I liked Barbie, so I did like it. Oppenheimer was incredible though, like one of the best movies, and I want to see it again. I really, really enjoyed it.
I don't know how you want to watch that again. Like it was phenomenal, but it was just people talking for 3 hours, and
No, it was because I missed because it was so long. You missed some of the little kind of nuggets and the things.
not me.
that
I'm zoned in.
you thought that the black and white was a time difference, so.
Yeah,
You were literally thinking in black and white mentality while you were like, black and white, it must mean that they're in different timelines.
Yeah, but Meg, I'm dumb. I like country music.
That's true. It makes so much
I
sense.
consume things through quite a narrow lens.
Widowy laser beam, I have your skin.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh. I'm like, that's my skin in real life. That was my first thought when I saw him. I was
That's
like,
my skin.
whoa, I've got like 10 kills
I
one time
actually-
in a game playing as you.
I'm not even kidding. I think you sent me a message after that you sent a photo and then under it was, oh my God.
I said I just met my third favorite Fortnite skin.
Yeah.
I mean, he's no Darth Vader or Kylo Ren, is he? So
No, he's not.
the minute that I meet Kylo Ren, actually, dude, if I met Adam Driver, I'd be like, dude, you're my second favorite Fortnite skin. That's crazy.
You know what's really lame? The guys in your friendship group, they're starting to name their dogs after different Star Wars characters.
Why is that lame?
And we've already got our dog's name picked out, which is Kylo, after Kylo Ren. And now we're going to have a bunch of dogs named after Star Wars characters.
Yeah, and whoever like gets the dog last, their dog's going to be called Jar Jar. And they're just going to get stuck with the absolute.
No, that should be like if anyone adopts a little fucked like rescue dog, I feel like that would be Jar Jar.
I want someone to call like a big heffalump pit bull the Jabba.
Jabba.
Jabba the Mutt.
Jabba the Mutt. That's so good. Oh, now we got to get it. Oh, damn. That's great.
Yeah.
Good name. Anyway,
It's probably the end of the pod.
that's the end of the pod.
Bit of a shorter episode today, guys. We're going to rush off to do these shows, but also, to be completely honest, we just didn't have a very eventful week. I've been running all week. Got like really into fitness.
Yeah, me too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, carried
You know what it is?
40 boxes, so, you know,
That is actually more than I've done all week.
it's nothing.
It's the good weather. I don't know what's going on in Melbourne, but the last like 2 weeks has been like sunny almost every day.
You've cursed us. You've cursed us because tomorrow, shit weather, freezing weather.
Okay, well, it's been good.
How dare you? It's your fault.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us.
I want to know your misheard lyrics. Comment them on the YouTube of songs that you thought it said that the entire time, but then you found out later in life, oh, that's not the lyrics at
Not
all.
it. Ooh, that's my ship. That's my ship. I heard that you were talking ship and you didn't think that I would hear it.
Yeah, how did you think that line was ship?
I was just like, man, these are really weird lyrics about this ship.
But the chorus could be like someone flexing about their boat, like a rapper.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking spaceship. I didn't even have a ship in mind.
okay.
Yeah, I was an idiot.
Because if I like owned a big boat, I'd be like, ooh, that's my
My
ship.
ship. That's my ship. I just thought spaceship because I was like, a boat. That's a boat, not a ship. I was young. Come on, give it to me. I'm 5 years old. All right. Peace out, motherfucker.
Beep that. Beep that. That's heinous. Bye.
Bye.